Yeah, there was some teams that were interested, and Doug wanted me to come back to San Jose, and then I started talking with Kyle and Sheldon, and it was probably the hardest hockey decision I've ever had to make. But I truly believe Toronto's, with the roster they have, with the guys they picked up this offseason, I think this team is, ready to win now. I'm ready to win, and I'm just excited. I'm coming to be a Maple Leaf.
Great, thanks, Chris. We'll go with Mike Zeisberger from NHL.com. Go ahead, Mike.
Joe, welcome back to Southern Ontario. Whenever you do get here, can you talk a little bit? I mean, you mentioned about how you like the team, but can you talk about some of the other factors as well? How much did things like the fact that you are a Southern Ontario kid, that your family still lives in the St. Thomas area, how much did that play a factor in your decision?
It did. Obviously my parents are right there, about an hour away, hour and 40 minutes away. So that was, part of it. They can be around their grandkids a lot, but really it's because of the hockey team. Honestly, it's this team is, a very, very good team. And I'm just, I need to win a Stanley Cup. And I think this is, a great team that can do that. But yeah, there's, a couple things that helped along the way, but I really, really like this team, love the organization. So it was a little bit, family, but, most hockey.
Thanks, guys. I believe I have a hand raised from Josh Clipperton from Canadian Press. Go ahead, Josh.
Hey, Joe. Welcome back whenever you get back here. I'm just wondering how close you were in 2017 to joining the team and how tough a decision that was and why this time was different.
Yeah, I was. I gave it a long, hard thought. And it just didn't work out back then. And now I honestly felt like it was, a great move for the family. We're over here in Switzerland until the season starts. It's going to be an easy transition for my kids, for my wife. It just, honestly felt like the right time to make the move. And yeah, just super, super excited, man.
Great, thank you. We'll go Lance Hornby from the Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Lance.
Thanks. Joe, how do you see your role on a team that already has Spezza and Simmons and guys like that? How do you see yourself fitting in?
I just want to help out, any way I can, to be honest with you. I think, by playing over here, I'm going to be in great game shape coming back home and playing for the Leafs. Really whatever role Sheldon wants to play me in, I'll be ready for it. But yeah, just, help out, I think, as much as I can off the ice, on the ice. I think I got lots of hockey left in me. So a little bit of everything, I think.
Thanks.
Thanks, Lance. We'll go Kevin Kurz from The Athletic, San Jose. Go ahead, Kevin.
Yeah. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Kersey.
How you doing? I wanted to ask, obviously you were pretty upset at the trade deadline last year when you didn't get moved. How much of this move going to Toronto is about maybe not wanting to go through that again and just maybe not taking the chance if the Sharks weren't a competitor to have to get traded again?
Really, nothing had to deal with that, to be honest with you, Kevin. I get over things pretty quick. It just didn't happen for, whatever reason. But, me and Doug's relationship's always been great, always will be great. So really it had nothing to do with what happened last year, and just, having a chance to go to Toronto, play in Toronto, have a chance to win the Stanley Cup in Toronto. It's, it's special.
Thank you. Well, Mark Masters from TSN. Go ahead, Mark.
Hi, Joe. What did it mean to you that Jason Spezza, I guess, offered up number 19, and what excites you about joining forces with him?
Yeah, no, it just, I'm a FaceTime guy, so I like FaceTiming guys, and apparently he does too, so he's my kind of guy. But he FaceTimed me yesterday and said, "Hey, man, do you want number 19?" I said, "Nope, I'm not taking anything from you." So I just, it was a real nice gesture from him, but I'm going to wear 97. I've wore it in some international terms before. But yeah, it was, we had a good laugh at it, but yeah, he's a special guy, and it was nice of him, but no, not going to take it from him.
Thanks, Mark. We'll go Sheng Peng from San Jose Hockey now. Go ahead, Sheng.
Hey Joe, you leave San Jose as such a beloved player. Just what is your message to the fans of San Jose?
Oh man, I've been there. I was there for 15 years. They brought me in with open arms. They loved me. I loved them right back. The people were so kind to me. The Shark Tank was, one of the best buildings to play in. We've had a lot of great memories there. But yeah, I love them all. They treated me with great respect, and I hope I did them proud when I played.
Thank you. Well, Terry Koshan from the Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Terry.
Hey, Joe, welcome. What do you see in this Leafs team that leads you to believe they can win the Stanley Cup, considering that they've had a hard time getting deep into the playoffs in the past several years? What do you like about the roster as it stands?
I love their goalie. I really, really do. I like Freddie a lot. I think that was, a big part of, my decision here. I think he's a great goalie. I think that they're, up the middle, they're very, very strong. I think adding TJ Brody on the back end, really, it solidifies their D. Zach Bogasian coming in, Wayne Simmons, but, the Austin Matthews, the Mitch Marners, the John Tavarises, the Wilhelmine, these, the list goes on, Zach Hyman, it's, Morgan Riley. It's just, this is a really, really good team. And I think it's going to be a great team at the end of this.
Thanks.
We'll go to Curtis Pashelka from the San Jose Mercury.
Good morning, Joe. Did you ever get it? I think you'd probably talk to Patrick Marleau, maybe Joe Pavelski. Did you guys get in touch with each other just about making this transition, leaving the Sharks and going to a new team? Did you guys have any conversations like that?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I had a lot of conversations with a lot of different people. I wanted to, talk to, more than a handful of people about making a potential move. I really didn't know until the last, 4 or 5 days, what I was going to do. So I talked to quite a few people, listened to their advice. But, Patty, Pav, and a lot more, but they are really kind and really blunt on, how their move was, if they moved, the pros and cons, and great advice by both of them.
Thank you. We'll go to Ross McKeon from the San Francisco Chronicle. Go ahead, Ross.
Thanks. Congratulations, Joe.
Thanks, Ross.
You'll be missed. Can you just sort of maybe tell us what you'll take most from your memories in San Jose? I know that's not an easy thing, but in 15 years, what will you take most out of there?
Yeah, the friendship I accumulated over those years, there'll be friendships forever. There are long-lasting friendships. Doug's really, with the staff he's created out there with the equipment guys, the medical side, some really, really strong bonds I've made, and they truly made it a place to come and work every day, and made it enjoyable for myself. And it's a special place to play hockey, that's for sure.
Great, thank you. We'll go to Jonas Siegel from The Athletic. Go ahead, Jonas.
Hey, Joe, you mentioned some of the conversations that you had. I wondered if there was one that really had an impact on you, especially.
I actually talked to Joe Montana, and I think Joe gave me some good advice. He just talked about leaving San Francisco and going to Kansas City. And it was just, that conversation meant a lot of, a couple, people outside of hockey. But yeah, I think, I had so many people I talked to over the last, week. I'm just blessed that, I had a chance to talk to some great people, but, he was one guy that, offered me up some good advice.
Thanks, Jonas. We're going to double back for a few more questions. So we'll Lance Formby from the Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Lance.
Joe, I assume it's going to be like night and day, you playing in Toronto versus San Jose, where I assume you had a degree of anonymity. How much are you ready for that change in culture?
Oh, I'll be fine with it. I don't mind you guys at all, so I'll be fine with it.
Thanks.
Okay, we'll go to Josh. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Joe, did I cut you off there? Okay, we're going to Josh Clipperton from the Canadian Press. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, Joe, you were in the Sioux in junior, and you're obviously older than Kyle by about 7 years, but do you remember crossing paths with him? Did you guys talk about that? Do you remember that? I think he was about 10 or 11 at the time.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember 2 weeks ago, to be honest with you. It's all my memory's all kind of blurry. So, but it's yeah, we go back a long way. But yeah, I haven't been up to the Sioux in quite a few years. But yeah, it's a special place up there.